Alright guys, at the plot quickly today, just half an hour. I want to get these, I think it's 13 or 15 beefsteak tomatoes in. I'm doing them by type. I don't want cherries mixed up with large salad mixed up with beefsteak. I want to get those beefsteaks together. Because I got a bit confused last year because they were intertwining a bit and I was losing track of what's what. So I'm going to try and put them as well so they're different colours next to and opposite each other. So yeah, it gives me a fighting chance. Because you know, I'm going to forget all the blooming names anyway, even though I got the list in the car. And what I'm doing this year, I'm not going to pick out any side shoots. Now, they're not called suckers, they're called side shoots. Botanically and anatomically, suckers come from underground, a bit like a grafted plant growing or like a grafted apple tree. That's called a sucker. Side shoots come out of the leaf axils, okay? Anyway. Yeah, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave them and leave them and leave them until the side shoots themselves start throwing up flowers. And when they do, I'm going to either pinch them back a bit or take them off. We'll see how crowded the plant is. Conscious of the fact I still want to have air movement. I don't want to be at the risk of blight. So we'll see how it goes. You know, the idea being that the more green you got, the more energy the plant's going to put into the fruit that's on the main stem, the main leader. So we'll see. I've seen, I can't remember who was, did it now? Maybe it's a channel in America, I think, but America tend to grow tomatoes totally different to us. They do theirs in those big cattle fence cages, and they don't often pinch things out anyway, but then again, they don't really need to in a lot of places because of their weather. We're a bit cooler. Cooler than some states, warmer than others, you know what I mean. But we'll see how it goes. If it doesn't work, I'll just cut them out. Right, I better stop waffling. I'm going to have a quick look round first of all, see if I can see what the pigeons have left me. I think looking at it at the moment, it looks all right. But we'll see. Yeah, it's a bit of an eyesore. This. Let me turn you around. There's a bit of an eyesore. This fluttery tape everywhere, but it seems to be working. Whether it's that or whether it is. Ollie, what should we call him? Ollie the Owl, that's a nice name, Ollie the Owl. I want to show you something on him a minute. Let's zoom in a minute. I'm going to make a little modification. Where is he? Here we are, right. Let's walk down here and show you. You probably can't pick this up, but he's got a little vein on the back that picks the wind up on his head. But it's only very small, look. I mean, doesn't move very much, so I'm going to make it a bit bigger, a bit more like a wind turbine directional vane, just so it turns it a bit more. Because, as you know, with any deterrent, the pest gets used to them after a while. So if he's always facing there, they're going to get used to it. If he's turning quite often, we'll see anyway. Well, first things first, this has got to come out, hasn't it? What is it? I'm not sure what it is actually. Might be golden. Yeah, I think it's golden feverfew. That's got to come out. So let's see. Yeah, it's seeded itself and it's rooting. I'll leave a little bit there. Just leave a little bit. And it's rose bay willow herb as usual. Maybe I'll leave that bit. I can go that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 16 plants. Right then. Bulb planter. Get on with it. Okay then, first one, number 1, Abe Lincoln. Good fit. And the second one, 58 White Lotus. They're pretty different, aren't they? Yeah, White Lotus. Get rid of that potato. Right then, I'll bring you back when they're all done, guys, and I'll start tying up. Alright guys, last one, and a lot of people have been saying that Jiffy 7 pellets are rubbish, the roots can't get through them. Well, I think they're doing pretty well. That's not bad. And they're all like this, so it's good. And what I like about when I plant these, when I put the Jiffy 7s into a pot, I tend to put them one side of the pot a little bit, so when I plant them in a hole, this can lean against the cane easier. So last one. Let's get you down there again. Whew. I expect all these fluttery silver things are messing the focus up. But anyway, it's the last one now, so there we are. So that goes towards the cane, look, the narrow bits. It makes them much easier for tying up then, which I'm going to start now. I'm sure these are working, you know, because I've had a quick look round and I've not seen any damage. Touch wood. Touch wood. That's me banging my head. Okay guys, you've heard me talk about reef knots and Stoker's Dobie hitches, so I'm going to show you how to do one. Try and do it slow time for you. Right, you always work with the same end of the piece of string or the piece of twine, left. In my case, that left to you as well, yeah. Right, left is the reef knot. Left, over, right, and under. And this is the piece we're working with, mind here. And then it's right, over, left, and under. And when you pull the knot, it's hard to make out with a small piece of string like this. But the knot is the string, the free ends lie parallel to the loop. Okay? And no matter how hard you pull this, you can usually, unless the twine is shrunk, you can undo it just by grabbing the two lot and pushing them together like that. There we are, look. Nice and easy. So that's a reef knot. Very quickly again for you, for those of you who weren't Boy Scouts or Girl Guides. Left, over, right, and under. Right, over, left, and under. There you are. And see, it's a sort of nicely parallel knot. Right, Stoker's Dobie hitch. This is one you don't want to do. And what we do for this one is just left, over, right. You don't even say it. Left, over, right. Ugh. Left, over, right, and under. Left, over, right, and under. Okay, and when you tighten this one, you can see the free ends are perpendicular to the loop. And if I tighten this, there's no way you're getting this apart with unless you're in there with your fingernails, dirty fingernails in my case. You're in there with your fingernails, or if it was a proper piece of rope. Oh, yeah, I give up on that. If it was a proper piece of rope, you'd be using a marlin spike to get in there and to free it all up. Well, I hope that's helped, guys. The next thing I'm going to show you is how I do it on the cane and the tomato. So let's get a bit of string. So I normally go round the cane twice. So there's your cane. I go round it like that. So instead of just tying it off there, I go round again. So there's a loop around the cane. I go twice round the cane and then once round the tomato. There, okay? And that gives the tomato room to move. All right, we'll see. Let's have a go at it anyway. We'll see what happens. Okay now, so I always use more twine than I need. It's hemp, it's biodegradable, and it falls on the floor. So, like I said, round the cane, that's once, that's twice. Okay, slide it down to the tomato, and then just tie around the tomato. Oops, get there. In a reef knot, left, over, right and under, leaving plenty of slack so it can move and expand. Right, over, left and under. And there we are. So it's tied up, it's not going to go anywhere. And if you want to tidy it all up, you can just nip the ends off, but it's not really necessary. Okay, 10 more to go. Okay, one more for you. Twice round the cane. There's once, there's twice. Round the tomato. Ooh. left over, right and under, right over, left and under. And there we are, done. And cut the ends off. And leave the arisings on the floor to rot down. Alright guys, just done my carrot tub. Exhibition long carrots. What are they called? Intermediate red? St. Valerie is the other name for them. But what was in here over winter was these Paris silver skin onions. Not quite sure if it's worth doing. Yes, it's worth doing. Don't get me wrong like that. I've got some nice little salad onions. But that was a whole packet of seeds. And there's what there? I don't know. Just over a dozen onions. But they'll be alright. Somewhat for nothing, I suppose, because it was this was all just wasted over winter. Okay guys, out by the veggie pot, I got the that Atlas carrots in those two squares there. If I get this lettuce out of the way, those two squares there. I'll get some more lettuce in, a bit of a successional sowing, and I need four perfect-ish lettuce for an upcoming show. So I'm putting some more in. But what I thought I'd show you is this fantastic tool. Now, when I was at Malvern, met up with quite a few YouTubers, as you know. And one of them there, I felt a bit sorry for him. You know, he's struggling for views and that. So what he's doing, he was giving away wooden products, dibbers and things like that. So, and his name is Grow Up Channel's Danny. If you're not subscribed to Danny on the Grow Up channel, go and have a look. I'll put a link in the description below. Entertaining channel. Well, thanks for the dibber, Danny, and first one I'm going to be using it. Well, there we are then. Bunch of lettuce in. Some from the Jeremy as well. I found a way of getting these out quite easily. Basically, you just lift up the edge and then poke it up with your finger. Well, I'm surprised the dibber worked, Danny. Knowing you, I was expecting it to be made of starch or something and to dissolve on contact with soil. Cheers again, buddy. And last up is just a quick look at my chilli setup in the front garden. I got the easy to grow system from Autopot. That's the 6 big pots in the tank on the left there. And to the right is a chilli grow system, and in there's the 3 paprika. In the easy to grow pots we got long cayenne, red cayenne, golden cayenne, cherry bomb, padron and Onivec. Onivec being my favourite chilli of all time. I didn't bother to film me setting this lot up because I did a video exactly this week last year. So I'll put a link to that in a card at the top there. Well, I hope you enjoyed this one, guys. Look after yourselves, take care, and here we go with yet another busy week. Bye for now.